The new Airbus A319 has arrived in Aerofly FS4, and just look at the beauty over here. Today we are flying from Sacramento all the way to San Francisco. Let's start the plane, and we do that by first starting the engines. Battery 1 is on, all good. Battery 2 is all on. We have external power, so let's turn that on as well. And now let's start up the APU, and we do that by first pressing the Master SW switch over there. And before we are actually starting the APU, let me get to the APU page here on the MFDs so we can track the information and see if it's actually working. And we are doing this, by the way, without any manuals, so I am doing this just completely out of my head. Let's see if it works. Okay, now we can start the actual APU, and if I go back to the screen here, we can see the numbers go higher, and we wait until it's available. Alright, the APU is available. That means, well, we can see that over here. Great. Let's turn on the APU bleed. And then up here, these 3 ADER switches. As you can see now on these screens over here, the maps are not aligned yet. So let's turn these buttons here to the nav position. And this is so amazing in virtual reality, right? That we can just use our hands to press buttons like these engine fire tests that are working correct. Perfect. And yeah, well, we can see all the screens are currently on, which is fantastic. Up next, I'm just going to check if there are any white lights. No, not on the left side of the overhead panel. I'm going to turn on the beacon lights here as we start the engines. The nav and logo lights, of course, because we want to look good. Seatbelt sign on to automatic. No smoking sign as well. And I will arm the emergency lights, the exit lights. There we go. I think that's kind of it here. If I go a little bit more up, we can turn on the fuel pumps. There. Oh. Whoopsa. There we go. And no white lights either in the middle or on the right side of the overhead panel. All looking pretty good. Just double checking here. Everything is fine. Maps are getting aligned as we are looking at it. That's great. And then I will make sure that I will put the seatbelt side all the way on. I'm just checking if I don't forget anything here. Strobe lights on, why not? Seems all good. Okay, we are now ready to start the actual engines. Let me go to the engine page here so we can keep track of the information. And I am going to set the flaps in the takeoff position already. And before we start the engine, let's switch this knob here to the engine start mode, and then we just switch engine 2 on. And we can see that slowly spool up until it's available. Now, that one is ready. As you can see, it's getting higher. I love the sound design, by the way. You can hear it in the background a bit. Fantastic. Now, engine 2 is available, so we do the same thing for engine 1. You hear the sound, right? Oh, it's so good. Cabin crew is ready. Yeah, it's a great thing. This is just... I can't do this on a flat screen anymore. I'm going to set the plane ready here a little bit, you know, with all of these things. I won't bother you with that, and I will be back once that's ready. Okay, we're ready to taxi, and we are going to the runway 34R, I think it is. It's on our left side. We are, by the way, already moving. A little bit more power. And then we make a left turn here. And yeah, I was saying that I couldn't play this anymore on a flat screen. I am now playing this with the Pimax Crystal Light, which is a fantastic, if not, yeah, well, I can easily say it, the best PC VR headset. This is not sponsored, by the way. I'm just very honest. It's very good. Yeah, moving left here, and I will just see you once we are at the runway. Now, here we are making our left turn. I love it. I love when we approach the runway, especially in VR. I know I am repetitive, but it's just awesome. So, here we are, and I'm just double checking. Well, we have to take off, make a very sharp left turn. Let's see how that goes. Cruising altitude 10,000, all good. Flaps takeoff position, parking brake to off. Setting a bit of power here. Stable, full takeoff power here. There we go. Taking the stick. Sound design, mwah, love it. .100 knots, 120. 138, 140, rotate. Positive climb rate, gear up. Going a little bit fast here. Flaps up. And now we have to make that sharp turn here pretty early. We don't have any departure. Oh. I'm pulling the stick a little bit too much here. Give me a moment. Let me correct. This is not going well. Let me turn on the autopilot here. Otherwise this won't be going well. Just look at this though. I know Flight Simulator 2020 or whatever looks better, but really, up in the air in Aerofly FS4 isn't bad. We are on track, kind of. Autopilot is on. It will be back once it's there. Now, this is just, oh, look at that. That's where we took off from, and it looks fantastic. Now, we are in VR, so we can do some fun stuff, of course, that we can't do in real life. Let me just turn on off. Let me open the window. Yeah, I mean, this looks absolutely great. Satellite imagery. It's fantastic, and if this is only the beginning of VR, whew, I'm excited to see what will be there in 10 years. Alright, okay, we are back at 10,000 feet, and as always in every Aerofly FS4 video, I'm just gonna take a look around, but we are also going to walk a bit. Standing up in this cockpit here in my, well, office. At the same time, oh, and look at that. Ah, man, look at this. Wow, this looks so good. Almost looks like real, I'm telling you. And of course, look at the detail here. The Airbus A319. Fantastic with the light coming in and the shadows. Pwah. We always look for details here that I haven't checked out yet. Let me check here. What do we have here? We've got something here on the door. Caution, use deadbolt in accordance to mail only. It's something about locking of the cockpit door. In emergency, pull the rings and push open the hatch. Okay, well, interesting. Well, I need to go back in my chair here. There we go. It's a little bit hard to find it always in real life, but I will be back once we are going final into San Francisco. Alright, we are going final over there to San Francisco. We are really close. We are really going too fast here, and we are really too high. So, what I will be doing, I'm going to set the altitude here to 2,000 feet, and I hope that it will actually go down here. It seems to do that, because we are approaching Heyman, and if I look at the flight plan over here, we need to be at 181 knots and at a 3,400 feet altitude. Flaps to the first position here to, oh, at least create some drag, slow us down more. We are now at 220, that's positive. And we are still decreasing speed, so that's good. We're still slightly on the higher side, way too high to be honest. A little bit more flaps here. We are overspeeding here because of the flaps. Doesn't really matter. We are still decreasing speed, so it's fine. For some reason it's because of the flaps that we gain some altitude, but we are getting back down. Still at 4,000 feet though. I'm a little bit worried. Now, here we go. Final. And I'm going to press the LS button here, and then the approach button over there, autopilot 2, and then we just pray that we catch the glide slope here. That's kind of what I am always doing. Just pray for the plane to catch the diamonds here, these purple diamonds. Well, we're going 150 knots. That's absolutely positive. We are decreasing altitude really fast, so that's good. 3,600 feet here. We are aligned with the runway, and I will take over as soon as we get a little bit closer. But we are still way too high though. And I'm slightly worried here that we are not decreasing fast enough. Let me just do this as well. There we go. I'm sorry for the passengers and the ears and the pressure, but okay. Well, we see the diamond now. Again, praying that it will catch the diamond and that we just slowly decrease into the runway. But look at this. Man. Sometimes I'm a little bit too... 2,500, acknowledged. Sometimes I look a little bit too much to the instruments and I forget to look outside the window at times, but hey. Landing lights on. Let's not forget that. Gear down. There we go. Last waypoint before going down. And I think we are catching the glide slope, so absolutely perfect. We see 2 white lights, 2 red lights over there at the runway, which means that we are, you know, correct. Auto brakes set to medium. I think it's a pretty long runway, so medium is fine. Okay, this is actually going very well. Flaps a little bit out, full. There we go. 1,400 feet. I'm just gonna see if I can... There we go. What do we have here? San Mateo on the left. Yeah, it is looking okay-ish, you know. And it runs so well in VR. It's fantastic. Aerofly FS4 is so optimized for VR. If you haven't tried it yet, go do it. I will take over at the 1,000 mark. Which is going to be around here.
1,000.
I will take over the stick. Autopilot disengaged. Can ignore the warnings. And now I just need to concentrate a bit. Sorry, I won't be talking as much, which you guys love. Because then you can hear the actual engine sounds and all of that. I might need to use a little bit of rudder here. I'm not used to. Oh, yeah, we are a little bit all over the place.
Above.
100 above. Yeah, it seems I am a little bit high.
Minimum.
Continue. Gear down. Double check.
300.
300, okay. Well, I'm a little bit... Oh man, I'm shaky.
200.
28L.
100.
100.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
Thrust down. Reverse. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to San Francisco. Alright, that's enough. On a brake here, and then I hope we can make a left turn here already. It seems so. We are below... oh, definitely. Oh, beauty. Beauty. There we go. Look at that. The gate is right in front of us. I'm gonna stop here a little bit to clean up the plane. Landing lights off. Flaps all the way up. And, yeah, a little bit of power. Because I'm just going to get the plane somewhere over there. And ladies and gentlemen, we have done it again. Not a bad landing, to be honest. I'm not sure if I've done things right, but we are here in one piece. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you in the next video.